This is the third wardrobe item I'm sewing based on the AI generated picture, so let me walk you through the making of the Macy top.
These are the pattern pieces. 2 sleeves. In the pattern there are long sleeves. This is the back on fold. It's folded in half. And this is the front. So it goes like this. You fold it here, like so. And then this is the shoulder seam here and here, which are enclosed. The pattern says you have to finish this edge, but I will not because this fabric doesn't fray. This is travel jersey and I absolutely hated cutting it. You can see here how it puckered when I tried to cut it with rotary cutter. It is not nice, but the serger will take care of this. These are also the parts. One is for the back neck. You enclose it with that, and 2 are for the arms if you're making the Macy top sleeveless. And those are too wide for this kind of fabric. I cut it in half, and on this one I just serged it on, and then I will fold it over to the inside because you have to match those shoulder seams front and back so it matches perfectly. The one thing with this fabric, it is more suitable, I think, for the beach wear or something like this. It was said that it doesn't wrinkle, but you can see it wrinkles quite a lot. And it's hard to tell the right and the wrong side of the fabric. Here you can see better because it's a slightly different color. I think this one is outer and this one is inner, I think. I don't know. And I think I've made some mistakes with choosing the outside part, the outside side of the fabric on the green one. So let's go. I don't need the other 2 parts because I'll make short sleeved version. So I'll just need one, and I will cut it in half and then serge it on here on the neck. If I cut it with a ruler, it's better. I will cut 2 centimeters of this. But you cannot make those curves nice with a ruler. So it's quite like this. Then I will take my front part. I will choose the lighter one. Let me see. Yeah, the lighter. And this trim, I will attach it like this. This is the front part. This is the back part. I again had problems with this stitching. And here we have shoulder seam. If you would sew the shoulder seams normally, you would put them together like this. This is the front to front, and you would put it like this. It has to matches. But when you are enclosing, like in this case, the seams, you turn this part around.
Here I'm just gonna match the end of the back pattern piece with the fold and with the notch and clip it together on both sides as you see me do that, and then you sew it just like this. Here it is already sewn together. Now I'm showing you how to attach the sleeves. You take the sleeve, you have to be careful which side is the front side of the fabric and which side is the back side of the fabric, and then you match one corner of the sleeve to one side, the other corner to the other side, and then you just distribute fabric evenly and clip it along the curve, the arm curve, so the notches match and the seams match and the fabric is distributed evenly. And you also have to be careful to include both layers of the fabric on the front side, the facing and the outer fabric, and you clip it all together. Then I just serged it with an overlocker. And of course, you do that on both sleeves. Here are the sleeves attached to the main bodice. And now I have to pin the side seams, matching the underarm seam, reducing the bulk with turning the hems, the stitches, overlocker stitches, one to the left and to the right side, so it's not bulk there, and just clipping on the side and on the end of the sleeve. And again, you have to do that on both sides, of course. Here are the side seams stitched, serged with an overlock machine. Now all that is left is the bottom
Here's
hem
my half-finished Macy top.
and
I've
the
cut out
sleeves,
two,
the
one of
sleeve
this
hem.
neutral or dark green color and one out of this sand color. And do I love it? No. Do I hate it? Yeah, quite a bit. Will I wear it? Probably, yeah. Here's the thing. I have to finish the back neck here, and my machine is just not working on that. I have to use a cover lock machine for that. I have to finish the hem on the sleeves and the bottom hem, which is a little bit curved. So I think with this fabric it won't work. I will have to cut it straight. And let me show you how it's made. It's like this cowl neck. Those seams are enclosed in this shoulder seam. I will try to finish the neck seam with the cover lock machine. I really don't like how the back neck is finished, so but I don't have another idea, so let's just do it like this. This is the cover lock machine. It will probably work. This is the easiest way to thread the needles in the machine. First I will take one scrap of the fabric and try to hem it to see how it works. There I can see the stitches are nice, and this back chain is nice too. It doesn't have any skipped stitches, but I have to adjust the tension to tight. I have this dial here. It says soft or tight, and I just put it to tight to try this. So the second two rows are on the second test. It is not so stretchy as the first one, but I think it doesn't have any loops hanging, so no, I'll just put it back to the soft. This is my sleeve, and I'll just fold it like this and down to the wrong side, so it matches like this, and put it under the presser foot. It's quite slippery, this fabric, as you can tell. Let me see if I'll catch I can feel the end of the fold here. So I will start here on the underarm and make sure the hem will be straight. I will look here how much the fabric hangs over the edge of the presser foot. Here where I started, I'm gonna pull, this is the bottom thread, and I will pull the upper threads out here. So all the 3 threads will be on this side, and they will be enclosed by the seam that comes around. I have to match the previously sewn seams with those marks on the presser foot. One more stitch, and I will now pull those threads of the needles and pull back, just those 2, cut them here, and when I pull on, all the threads are now on the back side, and no threads are seen on the front side of the garment. There you go. Let me see if it's hanging a little here. I can trim this, but no problem. Here I have slipped stitch or 2. I will have to do this again. It is like so. It sometimes skips the stitches. I will just undo this and try again and do the bottom hem on the same way. It is quite easy to undo those cover lock stitches. You just have to pull the right thread and it just comes apart like a chain. I don't know where I have it here. You can see, skip stitches. To prevent those, you have to make sure that when you stop sewing with your cover lock machine, you put the needles down and then start again. It prevents those skipped stitches, hopefully. There you go. I just pull on the threads and then the inner threads, which are now loose. Or I can do both together and it just comes apart. And now the moment of truth. This will now reveal if the needle made holes in the fabric. You can see the needle marks a little bit, but I think if I sew directly on those, it will be fine. I am so annoyed. I'm doing the neckline for the 3rd time. Fingers crossed. It's really difficult fabric to work with. I don't know if I had so many skipped stitches with some other fabrics I've used, not with the French terry, not with the jersey. This is horrible, even for the cover machine. moment of truth. Yeah, it worked. Tin, 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 tin. Pam, 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 pam. Just so you know, I'm tying those threads together so nothing will come apart. Yeah, this project is killing me. You know, sometimes when you have so many problems while making the garment, you kind of hate it and then you don't wear it. But I don't know if that will be the case with this Macy top. There you go, it looks like this. And I will now take the garment and press it. The bottom was fine. The sleeves I did each one 2 times. And I will just put it on delicate. And I will test it first to see how it takes the ironing. And yeah, I've also shortened the t-shirt by this much. So let me see. My Teflon sheet is here. Just press it here and see if it's fine. What does it do? Maybe a bit more. Yeah, I think it presses, it irons nicely. I will trim this part of, no, I won't. I will leave it like this because it's a bit too much fabric hanging, but on the front side it's quite nice and stretchy. So let me iron the sleeves. Well, it wrinkles very easily. There you go. 2 Macy tops out of this travel jersey. I hate it. I hate the fabric. I will not buy it again. But I think the tops suit me very well and they look quite nice. So this is the beige one. I'm showing you the different positions of this cowl neck. You can turn it out, turn it in, or just leave it hanging. It's not so drapey. It's quite thick fabric, so it hangs a little stiff. But other than that, I quite like those Macy tops and I will put good use to them. The arms are great, the neckline, the color, I love this color. The pattern is good. Like, comment and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next episode.